Welcome to online class of your second PUC Business Studies. So now in this class, I will going to give a brief introduction about the second PUC Business Studies syllabus. So in this year, you will have 12 chapters. All those 12 chapters divided into two parts. One is part A, that is going to deals with the basic concept and functions of management, and part B, which is going to deals with financial market, financial management, marketing management, and Consumer Protection Act. So in part A, you have 8 chapters, and in part B, you have 4 chapters. That is why in second PUC Business Studies, you have 12 chapters, and those 12 chapters are categorized into two parts. One is part A, which is going to deals with the basics of management, and it have 8 chapters, and part B, that consists of 4 chapters, that will going to deals with financial market, financial management, marketing management, and Consumer Protection Act. This is about the brief information of your second PUC Business Studies syllabus. Now, today onwards, I will going to start with the first chapter in part A, that is nature and significance of management. The chapter name is nature and significance of management. As in first PUC, you learned about the basic concepts of business, then the meaning of business, objectives of business, the types of business organizations, the procedure to start the business enterprise, and also the types of trade, internal trade, international trade, and the procedure and documentation regarding about import and export of goods and services. In first PUC, you learned about all the basic concepts of business, but in second PUC, you will going to learn about how to manage the business organization. So what you learned in first PUC, you learned about all the basic concepts of business, and in the second PUC, that is the continuation of first PUC, in the second PUC, you will going to learn about how to manage the business organization or how to manage a company as you are a manager in the business enterprise. That is going to deals with the second PUC, that is basic concepts of management. So that is why the first chapter is nature and significance of management. So hope you understood. In second PUC, you will going to learn about how to manage the business organization, how to get the work from each and every employees who are working in your company. So that is why as a manager, how to run the business organization, how to get the work from all the employees, and how to manage the entire business enterprise. All the concept will going to cover in the part A, that is business management. So this is about the information of the second PUC Business Studies. Let's see the meaning of management. Before going to know about the meaning of management, first we should know about the root word of management. So here the English word management, the English word management is derived from Latin word managere. So managere means to handle. In Latin language, managere means to handle. So what they are handling, why they are using this word means especially to handle tools, and techniques and equipments which are used in the manufacturing process. That is why the word management is derived from Italian language, that is Latin word managere, so which means to handle. So what they are going to handle, they are going to use this word to handle tools, techniques and equipment which is used in the production process. Gradually the word managere or gradually the word to handle taken much more importance, and nowadays it can be applied in handling the business enterprise. That is why before going to know about the meaning of management, first we should know about the root word of management. So is it clear? Management, it is an English word. The English word management is derived from a Latin word managere, which means to handle. So the word managere is used to handle tools, techniques and equipments which are being used in manufacturing process. This is about the root word of the management. So hope you understood. Once again I will repeat. The English word management is derived from a Latin word managere, which means to handle. So to handle means especially they are used this word to handle tools and techniques and equipment which are used in manufacturing process. Gradually it has taken more importance, and the word to handle is used in all the kinds of organization nowadays. This is about the root word of management. Say for example, a mother in a home, how she manages house. Say for example, from morning to night she is completely busy in doing the work. So where she would prepare food in the morning, she would prepare the food in the afternoon, she would prepare the food in the night, and she also take care about the home, and she must do all the activities which are relating to the day to day. So how she manages the home, or how she managing a house in a family. So like that, as a manager, how to manage the business organization. So that will going to covers in the first chapter, nature and significance of management. So that is why in this chapter we will going to learn about the nature and significance of management. So here I will going to tell you about a marks allocation. So from this chapter you will have 11 marks for your annual examination. From this chapter 11 marks would be covered. So and that 11 marks is to be allocated as 1 mark 1 question plus 2 mark 1 question plus 8 mark 1 question. So where the total 11 marks is described in 1 mark 1 question, and 1 question will be for 2 marks and 1 question will be for 8 marks. So this is about the marks allocation of the chapter number 1. So let's begin the chapter. Nature and significance of management. So here the word nature means features, and the significance means importance. The word nature means features and the significance means importance. In this chapter you will going to learn about the meaning of management, features, importance, objectives, levels, functions of management. Management is science, art and profession, as well as the concept of coordination. All these concepts would be covered in the first chapter. Let's begin the session. First, the meaning of management. So here there are mainly two meanings which can be interpreted in a traditional sense and which can be described in a modern sense. In a traditional sense, management is an art of getting things done through others for achieving organizational goals and objectives. As you know, each and every organization is established to achieve certain objectives. To achieve that objective, the manager is going to get the work done by others in the organization for achieving organizational goals and objectives. That is why in a traditional sense, management can be described as it is an art of getting things done through others for achieving organizational goals and objectives. This is about the meaning which can be explained in a traditional sense. Say for example, manager. You might have seen the managers who are working at the bank, who are working in a company. So below him, the employees are working. Below him, the employees are working. So where the manager is going to get the work which is done by all the workers for achieving organizational goals and objectives. That is why to achieve the organizational goals, single manager cannot able to achieve. That is why what he is going to do, he will going to get the work done by others. Others is nothing but workers in the organization. He will going to get the work done by others. So for getting the work with others, he will going to achieve organizational goals and objectives. This is about the traditional meaning of management. Then in a specific sense or in modern concept, management can be described as the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving organizational goals or objectives effectively and efficiently. So in a modern sense, management, it is the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving organizational goals and objectives effectively and efficiently. So this is about the modern meaning of the word management. So here you should have to focus on three major words. One is process. Here the process is nothing but series of functions. So where in getting the work with others, we should have to follow a series of functions in the management. By following all the series of steps in the organization, we are getting the work with employees. Why we are getting the work with employees? To achieve organizational objectives effectively and efficiently. So here effectively means, listen, effectively means completing the task within the stipulated period of time. So if you completed the work within the span of time, that is called effectiveness. And efficiency or efficiency means completing the task without any wastage of resources and completing the task in the lowest cost of manufacturing. So that is called efficiency. That is why there will be a difference between effectiveness and efficiency. What is effectiveness? Completing the task or work within the span of time, and efficiency means completing the work without any wastage of resources and completing the task in a lesser cost. That is called efficiency. That is why the management is a process of getting things done with the aim of achieving organizational goals or objectives effectively and efficiently. So that is why if you remember this example, it is very easy to understand. That is, manager in the organization is working to achieve organizational goals. How he is achieving organizational goals means by allocating the work and by getting the work done by all the employees and workers, he will going to achieve organizational objectives or organizational goals. That is why the management means it is a system or it is a structure in the organization which is working for to get the work by others to achieve organizational objectives. This is about the simple meaning of the word management. So once again I'll repeat, management can be interpreted in two sense. In traditional sense, it is an art of getting things done through others for achieving organizational goals. In the modern sense, it is the process of getting things done with the aim of achieving organizational goals or objectives effectively and efficiently. Effectively means completing the work within the span of time. Efficiency means completing the task without any wastage of resources and in a lesser cost. That is called efficiency. This is about the meaning of the word management. The next definition of the word management. So here is the simple definition which is given by the organizational theorist, that is Harold Kunz and Heinz Wirich. They are called organizational theorists. In the words of Harold Kunz and Heinz Wirich, they defines the word management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in a groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. In the words of Harold Kunz and Heinz Wirich, they opines that management means designing and maintaining an working environment in which individuals working together in a groups efficiently accomplish selected aims. Here in the words of Harold Kunz and Heinz Wirich, they defines management means we should have to design a good and proper working environment which is effectively suitable to the working people of the organization, where all the group of employees work together to achieve the organizational aims. Organizational aims is nothing but organizational goals or objectives in an efficient manner. So that is called the word management in the organizational theorist. So this is about the definition of the word management. It may ask in 2 marks, define the word management. If it asks in examination for 2 marks, means you should have to write the definition according to Harold Kunz and Heinz Wirich, and you need to write or you need to start with double inverted comma. Management is the process of designing and maintaining an environment in which individuals working together in a group efficiently to accomplish selected aims or goals or objectives of the enterprise. This is about the symptoms. So this is about the definition of the word management. The next important concept in this chapter, that is features of management. The title of the chapter is Nature and Significance of Management. That is why the important concept in the first chapter is features of management. So the characteristics of management. So what are the characteristics the word management have in the organization? There are mainly 7 features that can be observed with the system of management in the enterprise. let's discuss what are the features of the word management. The first feature of management, that is, management is a goal oriented process. So the meaning itself says each and every management exists to achieve the organizational goals and objectives. So that is why management is called a goal oriented process. Here the goal is nothing but desired end of the organization, whether it may be in a short term, medium term or in a long term. So that is why the explanation is very simple. Management is goal oriented process. Here each and every organization exists to achieve certain desires, to achieve certain objectives, where the management help to achieve the organizational objectives in short term, medium term and long term of the enterprise. That is why management is called goal oriented process. That is why management is a goal oriented process. Explanation is each and every management is established to achieve certain objectives. That is why to achieve those objectives, the management system work in the business enterprise. That is why the goals are nothing but these are the desired end of the organization, whether it may be in short term, medium term or in a long term. So to achieve that objectives, management system provides all the kinds of assistance in the organization. So this is about the first feature of the word management. Then second, management is all pervasive. So here pervasive means universal. Pervasive means universal. The word management can be applied in all the kinds of organization. The word management can be applied in all the kinds of organization, whether it may be business or non-business organization, and also it can be applied in small scale, medium scale and large scale. So whether the organization is in small scale, medium scale or large scale, we can able to see the management system in the enterprise. That is why the management is called universal function. That is why universal function is nothing but pervasive. Pervasive means universal. That is why each and every organization exists to achieve the organizational goals. Like that only the word management is universal in nature. It can be applied in all the kinds of organization and it can be applied in small scale, medium scale and large scale enterprises. So that is why the management is called pervasive in nature. Then third feature of management, that is, management is a continuous process. Continuous means it does not have any end. So where the word management start with planning and organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, and the work of management is continuous in nature. It does not have any end. So it have an end when the organization is closing down. That time the management cannot be seen. That is why the management is continuous process. Continuous means it does not have any end, which start with planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling of the business enterprise. That is why the management is continuous in nature. So it does not have any end. So only it have an end when the organization is closing down. At that time the management system cannot be seen. That is why the management is always continuous in nature. Then fourth feature of the word management is, it is a group activity. So already in the meaning I am noted that the entire organizational objectives cannot be achieved by a single person. So where management is a group activity, so where it combines the work of all the peoples in the organization. All the peoples they work together to achieve the organizational objectives. So that is why where the management makes a group of activities by grouping the efforts of all the individual employees in the organization, the entire organizational goals are to be achieved. That is why management is a group activity. So where all the employees work together to achieve organizational goals or objectives. That is why the management is a group activity. So where all the group of workers work together to achieve organizational goals and objectives. It create the team. By creating the team of workers, it creates unity in the action. By the unity they are going to achieve the organizational objectives. This is about the fourth feature of management. Then fifth feature is, management is a dynamic function. So here the word dynamic means adapting to the changes. Adapting to the changes, where the management always, it's not constant in nature. So according to the changes that may be within the organization or outside environment, all the changes can be implemented in the business enterprise. Say for example, if there is any technological changes in the manufacturing process, according to that technological changes we are equipping the machines, we are installing the machines, and by using advanced technical equipment we are starting the manufacturing process. That is why management is a dynamic function. Dynamic means adapting to the changes. Whatever the changes that may be made within the organization or outside environment, all those changes that can be applied in the organization. So that is why management is dynamic in nature. This is about the fifth feature. Then sixth feature of management, management is intangible force. Intangible means, so here the word intangible means which we cannot able to see and touch, where the management is intangible force. Intangible means we cannot able to see and touch, where the existence of the organization and existence of the management in the organization we cannot able to see, but we can able to felt in the result only. So if the organization achieved organizational goals means, then we are realizing that the management system is working properly in the organization. If the organizational goals are not achieved, at that time the management is not working properly. That might be how felt in the form of a result. That is why management is intangible in nature. So intangible means we cannot able to see and touch, but how we can able to know the system of management means we can able to felt with its result. If you achieve the goals, we can say that management is working properly. If the organizational goals are not fulfilled, at the time we can able to assume the organizational management is not working properly. That is why it is intangible in nature. Then last feature of management, that is management is multi-dimensional. So here the management means there should not be a single work. There are mainly 3 activities which are associated in the structure of management. The first dimension of management is management of work. So as you know, in the organization means there will be many work. So like there will be a work of production, there will be a work of accounting, and there will be a work of storing of manufactured product, etc. So each and every management must oversee about the entire work of the organization. Then second dimension is management of people. So here each and every organization we can able to see workers, employees, officers, managers, etc. So where the management must and should get the work from each and every people in the organization. The management gets the work from workers, management takes the work from employees, management takes the work from officer and managers in the organization. So that is why the management how to oversee about the people and their work. That is about the second dimension, management of people. Then third is management of operations. So here management of operations means where it can be able to observe where conversion of raw materials into finished product. So there are so many kinds of operations that can be taken in the organization. Say for example, conversion of raw materials into finished goods. That is a kind of manufacturing operation. So where the management must overlook about conversion of raw materials into finished goods, that is a manufacturing process, whether the manufacturing is doing correctly or not, overseen by the management in the organization. So that is why management is a multi-dimensional function. So where it must overlook about 3 activities: management of work, management of people, and management of operation.